And today, inshallah, we'll talk about Al-Ameen, trustworthy, subhanallah. And as we know, Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, before he became a messenger, he was known as Al-Sadiq Al-Ameen, the honest, the trustworthy, subhanallah. This is the qualities of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And yet when we want to see somebody who follows the footsteps of Rasul, they tell you he is a sunnah. He grows his beard and he wears the thawb, subhanallah. As if the sunnah of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the beard. Not the sunnah is Al-Sadiq Al-Ameen, the honest and trustworthy. Subhanallah. Where did we get our religion from? That to make the sunnah of Rasul rather than his characteristics and his behavior, how he dressed. And if we look at how Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam dressed, he did not change after Islam and before Islam. This is how the people of Quraysh wore in the desert, and there was nothing wrong with it. It fitted, it was decent. So Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam didn't come and say, this is the Muslim thawb, this is how we should dress. This is how his people dressed to be ready for the heat of the desert. And yet we make this is the sunnah, and the characteristic, the amana, the honesty, the trustworthy, this is not sunnah, the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And we take some examples. When Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was going for al-Hijrah, he left Ali ibn Abi Talib behind. Why? Because people entrusted him with their money. People would leave town and leave their money with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So they entrusted him. And even though they didn't believe him and they called him liar because he says there is one God, but they came with their money and trusted him. And when he's leaving Mecca to Al-Madinah, he left Ali ibn Abi Talib to distribute the money back, to teach us all a lesson. It doesn't matter who's trusting us, we have to pay back, whether it's believers or unbelievers. These people were unbelievers, and yet they trusted him, and he left Ali to distribute the money back, subhanallah. And yet we get some people say, is it okay to take money from the unbelievers? Is it okay to lie to unbelievers? All this nonsense. We don't see Sunnah al-Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and we see, no, it's not okay. Al-Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam returned the trust, and it's our job too. They tell us that Ali ibn Abi Talib went to visit Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu when he was al-Khalifa, to discuss some business. And Umar ibn Khattab was sitting and working, and he had a candle. So Ali asked him, could he talk to him? He said yes, but he said, I have to ask you a question first. Is this business of the nation or personal business? He said, what difference does it make? I need to talk to you. He told him it makes a difference because this candle is from the money of the Muslims. If we're dealing with a nation issue, I keep the candle on. If it's a personal issue, I have to switch the candle off. This is the trust. And this candle, we can see it at work. Anything we do, at work we are entrusted with certain things, and if we use it for the work. Umar ibn Khattab is teaching us that when we're trusted, we use the things for what we're trusted for. But all of us, of course, make excuses and make reasons why it's okay to use everybody else's things rather than the trust. And this is al-amana Umar is teaching us. Another example, Uthman ibn Abi Talha. He used to have the key of Al-Kaaba, and it was in his family. So when the Muslims went to open Mecca, Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wanted to pray in Al-Kaaba, so he asked for the key. So Ali ibn Abi Talib got anxious and found Uthman ibn Abi Talha hiding with the key on Al-Kaaba, on top of Al-Kaaba. And Ali fought with him and grabbed the key and brought the key to Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, because Uthman was not a Muslim yet. As soon as Ali ibn Abi Talib brought the key to Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Jibreel alayhi salam came down with the ayah in the Quran, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُكُمْ أَن تُؤَدُّوا الْأَمَانَاتِ إِلَى أَهْلِهَا وَإِذَا حَكَمْتُمْ بَيْنَ النَّاسِ أَن تَحْكُمُوا بِالْعَدْلِ. SubhanAllah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَأْمُرُكُمْ أَن تُؤَدُّوا الْأَمَانَاتِ إِلَى أَهْلِهَا. Return the trust to its people. وَإِنْ حَكَمْتُمْ بَيْنَ النَّاسِ أَن تَحْكُمُوا بِالْعَدْلِ. And if you judge among people, it didn't say among believers, among all people, أن تحكموا بالعدل. We have to be just and fair. This is Islam. So Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam asked Ali to bring Uthman ibn Abi Talha and return the key to Al-Kaaba. Return the key to Al-Kaaba to an unbeliever, to a non-Muslim. Why? Because it was in his family. And Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, whoever takes the key from the family of Osman is zalim, unjust and unfair. And they say the key of Al-Kaaba is in his family till today. Subhanallah. This is Islam and teaching us about al-amana, the trustworthiness that Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam wanted to teach us and was teaching us all along.